ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور.
What's going on that? So basically, again, what I want you to do first, is I want you to introduce just basically your belief. Just before actually we start, I want to lay down a quick principle in it, in terms of what the actual word belief means. So how do you understand the word belief? How do you understand that word? Like, what do you think it actually means? I know what it means, but I want you to, I just want you to.
For me, I think it's just, bro, it's just something you resonate with strongly, innit? That's what I personally believe, like, something that resonates with you through your experiences or whatever the fuck you've been through, like, that's my definition of belief.
So if I were to say I believe in a creator, is that, would you say that's from experience, or would you say it's just like how would you understand that? How do you understand that sentence?
I mean, it depends on who you are. It depends on your perspective. I mean, like,
agreed.
I can say I believe in a creator, but it's like, bro, there's so many different creators. You feel what I'm saying? There's so many different religions that talk about different creators. So it just depends on who you are. Like,
okay, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. Just so basically, if you check on the, I guess you can look this up in a dictionary. The word actual belief, I'm actually gonna state it, it means it's the acceptance of something to be true with or without evidence. Yeah. So for example, belief could be, so if, say for example, like a Christian comes up to me, and they say, I believe Jesus is God. Let's say for example, and obviously I can't tell them to prove that, because how can they prove it? That's ridiculous, isn't it? But what I can do is assess the reasons to why they hold that belief, right? So for example, if they say, okay, I believe Jesus is God, I'm gonna be like, oh, why do you believe that? Then they're gonna be like, okay, it's the Bible says so. So I'll be like, then I'm gonna say, okay, where in the Bible does it say it? Then he will show me the verse, whatever it is, Timothy 2:3:16 or whatever it says, Jesus is God. And then I'll say, okay, why do you believe that this scripture is reliable? You get it? So we keep digging down into the core belief. You get it?
No, I feel you.
And then once we challenge that core belief, and if we prove that belief to be wrong because you have evidence against it, then you can dismiss that belief or refute that belief as delusional because you have overwhelming evidence against it.
Hey, say no, cool.
You get where I'm coming from, though.
I get you.
Like, you have to keep digging into the belief and get to the root, the root cause of why they believe that.
No, I get you, but like,
I know it sounds harsh, but once you refute that belief,
it's not even that. It's not even that. It's just like, bro, it's not, bro. I can't really come like what I believe. It's not really like that. It's not really like. Not really on some shit where it's like written. It's just like based off like my.
No. I'm just explaining the concept and just the principle in it before you get into what you're gonna get into. You know what I'm saying? So for example, like I said with the Christian, I'll go to the root of their belief, and if I prove it to be wrong with overwhelming evidence, then then you can refute that belief in the sense that it's not delusional because you have overwhelming evidence against it. You get it? If they continue to believe that belief. So that's just the principle when I lay down about what the actual word belief means. So it's the acceptance of something to be true with or without evidence. Yeah? Mr. Blister said, would you rather be... Okay, I don't want silly questions like that, man. People putting silly questions on the chat. Ignore that. Alright, so again, explain to me your belief and, the reasons why and whatnot.
Basically, what I believe in spirituality. So if you don't know what that is, that's pretty much basically just believing in yourself, really believing like basically doing what makes you feel happy. That's pretty much what spirituality is. Now it's relative towards every single person, so every person's journey is going to be different, but to me it's purely just based on what makes me happy, really.
Okay, so do you think that you know what's best for you, as in like, how you said like the problem with that is that, do you think everyone has their own spirituality then? Like do you think that people should follow this sort of mindset, or do you think this is just your mindset? How do you explain that?
No, it depends. No, so spirituality as a whole, bro, people okay, with the like when it comes to spiritual shit, people tend to put rules and shit like, oh, you have to meditate, you have to do this, you have to do that. At the end of the day, bro, it's all about what you resonate with, you feel me? So if you want to meditate and you wanna eat healthy, and you want to be a vegan and you want to do all of that, you can do that. But if you don't want to do that, but you still want to take care of yourself and better yourself as a person, then you can still call yourself spiritual. It's all relative towards you. You feel me?
But would you say that your belief can be extrapolated to like the whole of humanity, in the sense that people using that same mindset that you have can attain success by following what they think is happy?
Yeah. If they, pretty much. If you want to just follow what the fuck you want to do, yeah.
Only problem that like thing I agree with you to an extent, yeah. The only thing I have a problem with is that becomes subjective. You know what I'm trying to say? When it becomes subjective, then you enter kind of dangerous waters. Because think about it, if everyone followed what they wanted to do in the sense that they're happy, for example, like this is a very extreme example, but a paedophile, he feels happy touching up children. You get it?
Nah.
So in that sense, you see what I'm trying to say though?
Nah, I don't mean it like that. I mean it more than like, obviously, bro, I'm not saying, bro, there's a difference between right or wrong and shit like that, bro. Look,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
a paedophile, listen, bro. My nigga, you need to get locked up. Like, bro, that's not the thing.
No, I agree with you. But I'm saying, who sets that law?
Huh?
Who sets that common ground between what's right and wrong? Who do you think sets that?
To be honest, it's up to the person. That's what it is. Look, at the end of the day, you can't stop a paedophile, bro. Like, a paedophile, bro, the way they fucking think, yeah, that's how they grew up. You feel what I'm saying, bro? It's because their traumas and the way they grew up, that's the reason why they are now. Like, at the end of the day, bro, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but it's like, okay. I need to know where I'm going with this. Wait, hold on. Wait, repeat your question again. I forgot what your question was.
So basically, you know how you said that this kind of sort of mindset of following what makes you happy. Like
Yeah,
I gave you the extreme example of what makes a paedophile happy. Does that? And you said, you know what I mean?
Nah, certain
go
things,
on.
yeah, bro. When I talk about that, I'm talking about relative, bro. If it's extreme, then of course, fam. Come on, man. Like,
No, I agree with you. But what I'm trying to say is, who sets the bar for which is what is right and what is wrong? Because think about it, if there was a group of, let's say, 30 pedophiles, they would come to the consensus that that's what makes them happy. You get it? So I'm asking you, who as a whole, so for example, nowadays
that's why we have a thing like the government.
yeah, so do you believe that the government, what they're doing right now, are they doing a good job of that? Or do you think that you could implement your own sort of system where everyone, like, how would you go about that?
Nah, listen, the government, yeah, I have issues with the government, yeah, but it's like, okay, but that's just purely based off like equality and shit like that. But when it comes to, bro, locking people up that deserve to be locked up, yeah, bro, if you're a pedophile, my nigga, bro, you deserve to be locked up, bro. That's fucked. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care what anyone says. That's fucked.
No, I agree with you, but I'm trying to challenge your sort of obviously your perspective on life, like how you think. So I'm not saying that you don't know what's right and wrong, but I'm saying that do you have a sort of principle in life that you could say that everyone could use? Yeah, everyone could use, and you know that's the way of life. That's the way forward.
Yeah, just kind of, bro, just at the end of the, I think, like, bro, just do what makes you happy, but live righteous. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be like a negative ass person. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of live a righteous way of living. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I'm like me.
How do you define righteous? In what sense? In what sense?
Just do good. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be a fuck nigga. Don't be a like a deceiving person. Don't be like a Judas type nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be a Judas type.
I agree with you, but the only thing that I have a problem is that the beliefs that you're stating right now, they're all subjective. In the sense that
that's why I said it's all relative towards the person. With spirituality, there's no written rules, no written rule that you have to follow this or you have to follow that. That's why I agree with it. You see me, that's the issue I have with religion here. Is like, okay, cool. It's kind of like, bro, me personally, I want to do what the hell I want. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah.
Actually, nah. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, fam.
Man, I get into it.
I never agree. Me personally, I never agree with religion, yeah, because, bro, I never understood the fact, like, bro, there's so many different religions and shit out there, yeah.
Yeah.
But they all say their religion is the same, like it's the
Is
one.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, bro,
Yeah.
you could get many different perspectives. They'll all argue that their religion is the one. At the end of the day, bro, it doesn't matter unless you. I feel like, bro, if you're a righteous person and you live by code or you live by morals or you're just a good person in general, I feel like then that speaks more than just being like just being a Muslim. You see, like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. Do you believe there's a creator? As in, like, do you believe that someone has created the whole universe?
Yeah, I believe in the universe. Yeah.
So you believe there's a creator, like there's a God out there.
There's a higher power. There is a higher power. Yeah.
Higher. So let's not use the word God then. Let's use the word higher power.
I believe
Yeah.
in the universe. Yeah.
So you believe that there's something that created the universe. Yeah. Do you believe that this power has to be conscious, in the sense that they have to do stuff in order for stuff to happen?
Yeah, but I don't believe it in a way where it's like, that's why I don't even really believe in I don't believe in like a god of like a religion, because the god of religion has human features. Like the god of religion is very like, bro, he's very hypocritical in some sense. Like he says
Explain what you mean by that. Explain what you mean by that.
He says to not do this and not do that when he does the same things. You feel what I'm saying? Like he has very human-like features and human-like emotions, that type shit. That's why I don't really understand that when it comes to religion.
Extrapolate what do you mean by he does the similar like sort of stuff? Like go on.
Let me say, like, okay, so I don't know, man. Like, listen, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, where do you get your model for God? Like, you obviously just said now that he's hypocritical in the sense that he does the stuff that he tells people not to do.
Yeah, so like, yeah.
So I'm saying,
so
like, what sort of stuff?
Like when he's banishing people from, like, I can't remember, but listen, I don't read the Bible and shit. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but bro,
yeah,
I can only speak from my perspective. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I can't speak for other, like, Bible, like, for God and shit. Like,
no, of course. But I'm saying you've obviously read that somewhere, right? Obviously in Islam we don't believe that. We have a different sort of model to what they believe. So they obviously believe 3 in 1, and God came down and God had to die for his God had to die. They basically believe that Jesus had to die for their sins, and that's all they need to do, and they need to believe that to go to heaven, right? So obviously you've read that somewhere. So are you trying to say you've read that in the Bible, or what? Like, where have you got your source of information for that?
I ain't read that. No, I ain't read that. But like, I know obviously you just hear stories and shit, but it's like, nah, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. What's it called?
Go on.
So when it comes with Adam and Eve and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
I can't remember what God did. I think he, like, what did he do? He banished Eve because she ate the apple or some shit, innit?
Yeah, he sent them down. In Islam, we believe that he sent them down to earth. Yeah.
But okay, so if he knows everything, right? If he knows everything that's gonna happen, he knows everything that happens, right?
Yeah.
And he knew that she was gonna eat the apple, and she was gonna fuck up everything. Yeah. Why did he let her do it? And why did he? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like I don't understand when it comes to stuff like that. Why did he let her do it then?
Now, so in Islam, we believe, that, like, we don't know the reasons why he does those things, but it's like,
that's what I'm saying, like, then he's almost like being hypocritical. Like he's saying you can't do this, you can't do that, but then it's also like, bro, you're moving out of the way you're reacting to certain things. It's almost like human, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't agree with a God kind of concept. Like that's just me anyway. But if you believe in that's cool. But that's just me. Like, I don't know.
No, I understand that. But you have to understand that for us to understand why God has done certain things, he needs to give us examples, right? So through these examples, so for example, like, let's say for example, he says that the non-believers, they will not, this is just a category of people, I'm not saying individual people, but he will say, the non-believers will obviously not go to heaven, will go to hell for not believing, He has to give us examples of that through stories and whatnot to show this is what will happen. So there's so many examples in the Quran and the Hadith and the stories of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like just so many examples where he does go through those sort of stuff. You get it? Now you obviously believe in a creator, right, or a higher being, but you don't agree with the model of what religions make that higher creation as a higher person as. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
So what is your model of God? What would you like, describe that higher being as?
Just the universe. You feel what I'm saying? My idea of God is just more like, I don't know. It's just more. I feel like it's just consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, the fact that we're alive and shit right now, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have. I feel like that's all part of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like all part of just this one bigger consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? That's my idea of a God. Like.
Yeah. No. And so like, for me, for a creator,
I can't believe in a God that dictates whether I go to a place or where I don't believe in that kind of concept. Like, nah, that's just me. I don't know.
So you don't believe that? So your basically model of God is more to do with like he's just there, but he's not really actually doing anything right now, in the sense that he's obviously sustaining us and whatnot, but there's no real like connection with us.
No, because now you're kind of making it into sounding like it's more like is a person. Like I don't. You don't.
Nah, okay, so you don't think God is a being, like a certain.
I think everything's God. That's what I personally believe. I feel like everything's God. Like when it comes to nature, everything, I feel like it all has. Especially nature and shit like that, I feel like it all has God within it. Like even us, like I feel like we all have God.
Would you say that's your personal view though, or do you say you've read that from somewhere? Would you say that's your personal view?
That's my personal view. That's what I'm saying. And just through what I've experienced in life.
Just through what you've experienced in life as well. But like, what sort of like reason has made you believe that everything is God? You see what I'm trying to say? Is it because you disagree with the religion that you've come to that conclusion?
No, it's through what I've experienced.
Through what you experienced? Like, okay.
Yeah.
And that's what. So obviously for me, I believe it's creator, yeah. And let me go kind of through the process to why I believe it first quickly. Then I'll explain why I think you should actually like. Tell me if it makes sense, innit? You know what I mean? If it's logical or not. I'm gonna go through a logical way of proving why there's a creator and why I believe he's that, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So I believe there's a creator because everything that we know exists requires a cause, right? It requires a cause. Yeah? Everything is cause and effect.
Yeah.
So everything that begins to exist requires a cause. Now, so what I believe, the universe, it began to exist. So even scientists say 13.4 billion years ago, that's when the universe started to exist. You get it? Yeah? And so if that began to exist, that means there was a time before that where, there was something, there was a cause to the universe. You get it? Because now it began to exist, meaning there's a cause. Yeah? And that cause, yeah, we don't know what it is, but you can keep going back saying, okay, what made that cause? So whatever caused the universe, what made that cause? And you keep going back, what made that cause, what made that cause, what made that cause? You get it? Cause and effect, cause and effect. And then you have the problem of what infinite regression, where you keep saying that made that cause and there's no start point. You get it? There's no start point. So that's the problem with infinite regression. But the only way you can actually, go against that is to say that at the start of all of those causes, of those change of cause and effect, there's an uncaused cause. Do you understand what I mean by an uncaused cause?
Yeah.
Where like, that cause can't have been caused, it's the start point.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the example of a sniper. Let me give the example of a sniper. So imagine, yeah, a sniper's about to take a shot, but he has to take permission from a superior officer, yeah? So he says, permission to take the shot, sir, yeah? And the superior officer says, oh, I need to take permission from my superior officer. And then that superior officer has to take permission from his superior officer. And he keeps going on and on. Eventually, there's got to be a point where there has to be someone that says, take the shot. You get it? Otherwise, we won't be in existence right now. You get it? Because there's no start point. Yeah? So that's what I believe.
But I don't believe it. I don't. That's 100% what you said. There is facts. But me personally, I don't believe in a almost man-like figure that dictates.
No. So we don't in Islam we don't believe that this is a man-like figure. You get it? We don't know. It's beyond our comprehension to know what Allah is like. All we know is we have the model of Allah in the sense that we don't think he's like a human. So the Christians, they'll go on to say, we believe that Jesus is God or whatnot. Some Christians may say that. So they'll say he came in the form of a man. In Islam, we don't know what God looks like. We don't know when in the Quran it says that God hears, God sees and whatnot. We don't know that the same thing he hears with is ears. We don't believe that. It's like, for example, the hand of a clock. Is the hand of a clock the same as the hand of a human? No, it's not. It's like a sort of dial sort of thing. You get it?
Yeah.
So
I want to say this though. I want to say this, innit?
Yeah.
Like we can have this talking shit, but at the end of the day, the way my perspective is, like, bro, the way I see life, bro. To me, I'm just get straight to the point here. The meaning of life, like whether you believe in whatever the fuck you believe, the meaning of life is to give life itself meaning. That's the way I live. You feel what I'm saying? So let me elaborate on what I mean.
Go on.
So, alright, cool. So think about that this year.
Yeah.
Bro, be realistic, right? Bro, we don't know anything. Like, generally, bro, we don't know anything as human beings, bro. We're literally born on this fucking planet, bro. On this fucking rock in the middle of the universe, bro. We don't know fuck all, bro. Let's just be, like, dead serious, bro. We don't know nothing, right?
Alright, yeah.
And let's say like this, right? Bro, when we was born, there wasn't no guy saying, yeah, this is what you need to accomplish, bro. This is what you need to be doing. This is how you should live your life. There was no script like this. There was no meaning to life. That's what you call meaning to life, right? So we go with what resonates with us, right? This is the way I see it. We go with what resonates with us. So if you're a person, that loves money, if you love women, if you love, what am I saying? If you resonate with money, if you resonate with women, if you resonate with anything like that, bro, that's what your what's it called? That's what you're gonna focus on in life. That's your main goal. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want more knowledge, if you want more to become more spiritually aware, if you want to become more religiously aware, that's your purpose. You feel what I'm saying? That's your main goal. But at the end of the day, bro, everyone's perspective is different. Like, everyone's gonna have a different goal. Like, that's the way I see it.
No, I agree with you. I agree, but the only thing that I will stop you is the fact that, you know how you said that when we came on this earth we didn't know nothing and everything, and like we didn't have a man telling us what we needed to do and follow religion and that.
Yeah.
You have to look. So you know how we already established that we believe there's a creator, right? Now you have to look in history where people have made claims that they've been in contact with this creator.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. But listen, I'm not gonna go off anyone else's experience. I'm going off what the fuck I experienced. You feel what I'm saying? Look, I could talk about a whole lot of shit that happened in ancient Egypt and say, yeah, they're my ancestors. I resonate with. Like, bro, at the end of the day, I wasn't there. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real. I wasn't there. I don't know.
No, but that's the beautiful. Before you carry on, that's the beautiful thing about Islam is that all the other prophets and messengers that came along in history that people claim to have a connection with that creator, they all came with a miracle saying, they perform miracles, and you'll see it in the books. Like, for example, Jesus, he can cure the blind people, he can bring back people from the dead. For example, Moses, he could part the sea. And you could say that could all be stories, right? That's what you're probably thinking right now. That's probably all stories. People have made that up, right? But the beautiful thing about Islam, is that the miracle is still here today. And you're going to say, what is that miracle? Yeah, I'll get to what is that miracle. But the reason why someone would turn Muslim 1400 years ago when the Quran was actually revealed, when the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ revealed the message, is the same reason why I would become Muslim today. Because that miracle, I can see it with my own eyes. It's still here. You get it?
What?
And that miracle is what? The Quran. And we'll get to why I believe it's the Quran, unless you want me to go on now. I want you to finish your point. But I believe that miracle is the Quran. Why? Because that miracle is still here today. And I'll explain why it's a miracle, but I'll let you finish your point. Go on.
Nah, explain why it's a miracle.
So I basically think it's a miracle. Why? Because, I don't believe what's written in it could be known by a 7th century man. So we know the Quran was written 1400 years ago, right? And the fact that... So one second. So I don't believe that that book that was authored in the 7th century could be known to man at that time. Yeah? So the Quran, the author of the Quran, yeah, he couldn't have not known. So we believe obviously Allah is the author of the Quran, and I don't believe he wrote it. There's a big difference in it. Writing the Quran and authoring the Quran are two different things, yeah? The source of the words we believe is God, right? Yeah? And obviously it was written over 23 years, yeah? But the information that was contained in the Quran could not have been known by a 7th century man. Yeah? So I'll give you this example. Let's look at, like, when the Quran talks, yeah? When the Quran talks, it how do I explain it? It doesn't have like a chapter on embryology. Yeah, it kind of says it implicitly, like we'll say, don't you remember when you were created from the womb and stuff like that? Yeah, it'll kind of implicitly refer to embryology in the Quran, yeah? And it'll say, it'll say the fetus was, it basically makes the claim that the fetus is built like a leech. It says the fetus is a leech, yeah? Now, when you read the science of the day, so when I'm saying science of the day, I mean like, if you look at science from the start all the way to the 1900s, yeah? I'm going to take you all the way to the 1900s, so with Galen's work, with Aristotle's work, they all had a different conclusion. They all said the fetus, they believed the fetus was, they actually believed that a sperm had a baby egg in it, yeah, and it would drop it off in the womb. That's what they believed up until the 1900s, yeah, that a sperm would have a little baby in it. And that's how basically, one second, let me shut my door. So basically the Quran, yeah, it talks about embryology, yeah, and all the way up to the 1900s, it was believed that the sperm carried a little egg in it, whereas the Quran had a different view on it, and the Quran said that the fetus, that like the sperm and the egg came together and they fertilized and whatnot, right? So right now, in point in time, up until the 1900s, people started believing against what the Quran taught, in the sense that embryology, where the baby is born and whatnot, is from a sperm, and the sperm contained the egg. Yeah? Now, up until 1900, only until the invention of the electron microscope, yeah, they could actually see what's happening inside.
Bro, you're going deep with it, but I can't even lie, G. I don't know what you said, G. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Look. I'm not even gonna lie, G. Listen, bro.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, yeah. I hear what you're saying, but bro, listen, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is why, bro. I didn't want to come on here and just debate, like, bro, like, fam, like, cool. I respect your views and stuff, yeah. But it's like, bro, like, at the end of the day, yeah, bro, that's your perspective, innit? Like, I don't know, like, I can't debate people on stuff like. I could just give you my perspective before I'm saying, like, I can't really just out like argument you, because it's like, bro, I can tell you why I believe what I believe, but I can't really just like prove like to anyone else why I believe what I believe before I'm saying, like, it's
no, but
more
think about it like this though. Think about it like this: if what I'm saying is true, yeah, and
but that's just knowledge from books, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to me,
but think of it hypothetically, yeah. If what I'm saying is true, and there is a hellfire waiting, and there is a paradise waiting, and there is a creator that has created the heavens and the earth, and there is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was speaking the truth, would you not want to be warned about it? Would you not want to be informed about it? You wouldn't, if it was true. If it was true.
Yeah, but that's just if, like, that's.
Listen, no, but that's what I'm trying to say. If you don't listen to the reasons why I believe that belief, yeah, and if it's illogical to you, then cool, you can dismiss that belief.
No, it's not that. It's not illogical, bro. I hear what you're saying, G, and what you're saying makes sense, yeah. But it's just, bro, to me, look, like, bro, to me, yeah, there's just no real point, yeah, in kind of like, bro, I feel like, bro, I just feel like if you're a righteous person in general, bro, you're cool, like, you're just calm, like, that's what I believe in it. If you're a good person, bro, and you live a good life, bro, and you're not on no bad shit, like, properly, but I believe, then you're cool, bro. Like, that's just what I personally believe. You could tell me all this stuff, but that's all knowledge from books, you feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about what stuff that resonates with me, like, through experiences and just through, like, what I've witnessed with my own two eyes, you feel what I'm saying? So
no, I understand that. I understand that. But I'm saying, okay, do you believe in a hereafter? Do you believe that you're going to be accountable for all your actions?
For all my actions?
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna be accountable for it one day?
Bro, listen, but I don't know, G. I don't know, bro.
Okay, you don't know. Okay. Let's go with the premise that you don't know. Yeah. And you know how I was saying you have to test the claims of the people that have been in touch with that creator. Wouldn't you want to know? If someone's claimed to been in contact with that creator?
No, I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you want to know though?
Because, bro, that's another person. Bro, that's another person's experience. You feel what I'm saying? That's not my experience. Like, bro, I could tell you why I believe in what I believe in. I could tell you what the fuck I've witnessed with my 2 eyes, yeah. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna go ahead and believe what you're gonna believe. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's all perspective. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, bro, I don't know, man. It's just it's a tricky one because it's like, I hear everything you're saying, yeah, but it's like, bro, it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
no, but if I would never say I'll prove to you, but if I give you reasons to why, I'm not saying you should change your belief at all. I'm not saying it at all, yeah? I'm just stating I'm believing what I believe for a reason, you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
So,
yeah.
like I say, I think the miracles are correct. I'm explaining to you why I think that, yeah? Because I think the content that's inside it could have not been known by a 7th century man. You get it? Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So if I can explain, what's it called? I'm not trying to, like, as people would say, convert. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to explain to you why I believe. You get it?
But if do you know what it is, yeah? If I used to, cause me, yeah, I used to believe in a lot of like African spirituality stuff like that, yeah. And that would have been more like good for this debate, innit? Because I would have told you about I would have told you about a lot of stuff, yeah. But I realized, bro, after like the more I realized, bro, like the more I get older and shit, I realize, bro, fam, we truly don't know nothing, man. Like that's
In the sense of what?
Bro, we don't know nothing, man. Like on this earth, bro, we don't know shit. G, I'm gonna keep it real. Like we don't know nothing, man.
So do you believe in do you believe in a hereafter? Or you just don't know? You don't know.
Think about it like this, bro. If you was born in the woods, yeah, with no knowledge about none of this shit, bro, would you believe in what you believe?
I would believe that I was created. I believe there was a creator. That's what I believe.
But would you believe in what you believe, like?
No, obviously,
Like,
if I'm ignorant of the message, then I wouldn't know, right? Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't know.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I feel.
No,
like,
but that's even in Islam, yeah, we have this concept where if someone does not know, so if he's not heard the message, So, for example, if you, like you said, if you were born in the woods and whatnot, yeah, and you never heard the message of Islam, you can't be held accountable as a category of people. I'm not saying individually. You can't be held accountable for not being a Muslim. You get it? You won't go to hellfire. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but then I feel like that's a fear tactic.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean fear tactic?
I feel like that's a kind of fear tactic to scare me to believe in. Oh, okay, bro. If I don't get with the program, I'm gonna go hell. Like, bro, like, my nigga, fam, like.
No, but don't you agree? But if I were to, thing is, if say your creator made, and he's basically sent you a message now, yeah, he sent you a message that you need to follow this guidance in order for you to attain paradise. But the thing is, Islam, it's not just about following and blindly following. Yeah, it tells you to question it, and it gives you the best way of life. Do you think your lifestyle is better than the lifestyle that's in Islam? That's the question.
My lifestyle?
Your lifestyle, as in the lifestyle that you like live by, how we should be like just happy and whatnot. Yeah. Do you think that's the most healthiest lifestyle you can live?
Yeah, because that's how I want to live. I don't listen.
No, but do you know what? Yeah, but do you know what's best for you? Do you know what's best for you?
Yeah, because I'm me. Yeah.
No, but to some things you're ignorant, right? To some things you don't know, and sometimes you go into a situation.
You are, but I trust my intuition more than I trust any person or anything else. That's the way it is. That's the way I move anyway. But
do you think the creator knows more than the creation? Do you think the creator knows more than the creation?
The creator knows more than the creation.
Yeah. Do you agree with that principle? The creator knows more than the creation because he's obviously created it. He knows what's best for that creation.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, and that's why I'm gonna go. If I'm part of the, if I'm the creation, yeah, that means I'm part of the creator, right? So whatever I go along with, bro, I'm still part of the creator. I'm still him. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's nothing wrong. I'm still part of him. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing.
I kind of understand what you're trying to say. I kind of understand what you're trying to say.
Bro, if you're the creator, yeah, and I'm your creation, bro, I'm still you. I'm still you.
What do you mean you're still me? Wait, I'm saying the creator. So obviously, I believe Allah is my creator. So I believe He knows what's best for me, right?
Yeah.
So are you trying to say that you created yourself? That's why you know what's best for yourself?
No. What the fuck?
Say what you said again. Say what you said again.
I'm saying, yeah, look. You're saying, what's it called? Creator, I'm the creator and you're the creation, whatever. I don't know. Look.
No, I'm saying the creator knows more than the creation.
Yeah, he does.
But who do you think creator do is what I'm trying to say? Like we said, the creator of the universe. Yeah, you said it's that energy. Yeah? You said that energy has to be conscious, right? The energy has to be conscious. So that means, obviously from the cycle, we obviously came from the universe and whatnot. So he is our creator. I'm just going to refer to it as a he. This sort of energy, yeah? This energy is our creator, right?
Yeah.
So if this creator has sent us, people have claimed to be in contact with his creator, yeah? You have to test that claim. Because that creator is going to give you a guidance to life. He's going to tell you what's best for you in life because he's the creator, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I believe. It comes from within. You don't have to get that knowledge from books. You don't have to get that knowledge from religion. You don't have to get knowledge from that. If you're part of the if you're the creation, bro, you get that knowledge from within. You don't have to get that knowledge from anywhere else apart from yourself. That's what I believe, anyway.
Okay, so I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
We have a difference of opinion, but I understand what you're trying to say. And
that's why, like, I understand what you're saying, yeah. That's why I meditate, I get answers like that. I meditate, I like that. That makes me feel connected to whatever the higher power, whatever it is. Like, like, you understand what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I don't necessarily agree with you, but I understand where you're coming from. You get it?
Yeah.
Like in the sense that you think that it comes from within us. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, because even if you're saying like, bro, you're saying like how Moses part of the seas and stuff. Look, bro, only he knows, bro, if that came from with him, like within him, like that power, like.
No, so we believe that obviously God gave him that power to do that, to show, because obviously the people wouldn't believe he's a because every messenger we believe has to come with a message or a miracle that proves that they've come on behalf of God. You get it? So in Moses' case, to prove that he came on behalf of God, he's speaking on behalf of, is that he proved it with a miracle, right? He split the sea, and people saw that at the time. But then us today, we can question if that really happened because we can't see it, right? Those were for miracles for people at the time. No, like I said.
Yeah, but that's why me personally, I don't really delve into history. I don't really delve into stuff like that because, bro, at the end of the day, bro, it's he say, she say. You feel what I'm saying? Unless I was really there and I saw it with my own two eyes and I saw him.
I agree with you. Exactly.
Saw him part of that. Then I'd be like, okay, you know what? There's definitely a higher creator. I 100% agree. If Jesus was to come out the sky tomorrow, what? Oh yeah.
Bro, just to remind you, I'm not a Christian, yeah.
No. I'm just saying though. Bro, oh yeah, I'm Christian. Say nothing cool. But at the end of the day, bro, like fam.
To be honest, I generally think, yeah, if a hand was to come out of the sky today, people would be like, it's an illusion, and that's I've probably done something. I generally believe that if someone did that today.
Well,
if a hand came out of the sky and said, believe in me, I guarantee there will still be some doubters. But anyway, what I'm trying to say, understand the concept, yeah, that the messengers, they were showed miracles to show people at a time, right? But we believe, like I said, the Quran is the miracle that can still be seen today because it contains information that cannot be known by a 7th century man. You get it? That's what I'm trying to say to you. Because like I was talking about the fetus and whatnot, yeah, that was only discovered after the 1900s, how it works, but the Quran got it right 1400 years ago. How can a man who had no access to an electron microscope, no access to information like that, how could he have got it right? I'll actually give you like a little story.
I get you. But then you can look at ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, bro. They got hieroglyphics.
Exactly. I was actually gonna come on to that. Perfect.
Bro,
Perfect. You led me on to that.
They got all of this stuff, yeah. Saying like all this technology, saying this is how we lived and this. Bro, at the end of the day, yeah. Bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I used to care about a lot of shit like that. I used to delve into history. I wanted all the knowledge, but I realized, bro, it's just bro. He who knows nothing knows everything. That's how I go now. Like real shit. That's how I go, fam. And I just go based off what makes.
No, but how does that make it? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Explain what you mean by that statement.
He who knows nothing, bro. He who knows nothing knows everything, fam. That's just, bro. That's what I believe.
Let me give you this example quickly, yeah. So this guy, some scientist, his name is Morris Buckeye, yeah. And he basically was like, he was into that hieroglyphics and stuff, Egyptology and stuff like that, yeah. And so he was into like mummies and pharaohs and like, you know, the bodies of them and stuff like that. You get it? Mm-hmm. So he went to like inspect this mummy, this pharaoh, yeah. And he went to inspect this body. And this pharaoh was mentioned in the Quran and the Bible. Yeah. So when he inspected it, yeah.
Yeah, but that's because I'm gonna correct you here.
Go on.
This now, the Bible and all of that stuff. It comes. I don't even want to say this because to be honest, I don't really care. But I'm gonna just cool.
Go on, no.
Ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. Time ago. Type in ancient Kemet. This is where it all comes from. The Bible, the Quran, it all comes from ancient Kemet. That's what I believe anyway.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, it does come from that. It does come from that. Yeah.
Ancient Kemetic times, and then it just hella shit still. Hella shit.
Yeah, so let me just carry on. He basically, he started like looking at this body, yeah, to see how it died and whatnot, yeah. And he said that this body died from drowning. This mummy or this pharaoh died from drowning. Yeah. And his partner said, "Don't let the Muslims hear you say that." And he's thinking, why wouldn't the Muslims want me to say it? Like, why don't they want to hear me say that? And he's saying because in the Quran it says that the body was drowned and that it would be shown as an example to all mankind. Whereas in the Bible it says the body was lost and not found. So the Bible here has got it wrong and the Quran has got it right. Because now that same pharaoh, yeah, that same body is being exhibited all around the world. And what does it say in the Quran? It says this will be shown as an example to all mankind. And it showed that he drowned as well. So the Quran got that right. Yeah. Morris Buckeye, he then went to Egypt. He went to Syria. Yeah. And he went to Syria and he studied for 3 years Arabic. Yeah. And he read the Quran. He basically studied Arabic for 3 years when he went to Syria, right? And he studied the Quran, yeah, and every bit of science that was in the Quran, he took it out and he put it to one side. Yeah? And he tested every single claim the Quran made about science. Yeah? And every single claim was right, was correct. Now you told me how a man 1400 years ago who had no access, he had no access to any of this information. How?
No, but they've been knowing this shit in Egypt.
No, but they didn't. Let me show you why. Let me show you why. Let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why first, and then you can refute me if you want. If Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, if Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he had access to the whole library of Alexandria before it got sacked, yeah, if he had access to all of that and he had access to all the Greek books, he had access to all of the works of the Greeks, all of the works of the Egyptians at the time. Yeah, if he had access to all of that, and obviously the Quran's been written over 23 years, right? So if he had access to all of that, and he over 23 years, he put all of this information in, and he mixed the works and whatnot. Yeah, he had access to everything. Yeah, and he wrote this over 23 years. The Quran today would be wrong. Why? Because science has developed since then. Yeah, science has developed since then, meaning that whatever the Quran refers to in science and whatnot, it would be wrong today, because we've got the electron microscope, for example, with the embryology example, and many other stuff would be wrong as well. So when you claim that they had Egyptology and whatnot. If he did use Egyptology, he would be wrong today.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real, G. Let me
Unless
say
his
this,
source was not Egyptology, and it was.
Bro, I can't listen, bro. I can't debate you on history, G. Because, bro, I'm gonna keep G. I don't research.
No. I'm not even saying debating you on it, bro. I'm saying it's a logical for me to actually hold this standpoint. You get what I'm trying to say?
No, I hear what you're saying. No, but bro, if you really like do research on YouTube, bro, there's people that denounce everything that you just said. Like, if I really cared like about
bring me
that,
one thing, but from what I said, and if you can refute it, I'll accept your belief straight away.
Bro, it's not
I'll leave Islam straight away. That's how firm I am, because no one. Do you know what the funny thing is?
Bro, I'm not the right guy, bro. I'm not the right guy to say that. If you really want to see stuff like that, G, type in Young Pharaoh. If you want to see stuff like that.
I will type in. What I'm trying to say is, you obviously just made the claim that there is stuff that can refute what I just said. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that if you can find me one thing, or if I go to find one thing, I'll happily denounce Islam right now. Yeah. But the funny thing is, the funny thing is that Allah, yeah. So Allah says in the Quran. So obviously we believe the author of the Quran is Allah. So Allah is speaking, right? So God is speaking right now, yeah. And He says He gives actually two falsification tests. He gives two falsification tests to the whole of humanity, yeah. The first one's more concentrated on the Arabs. He basically says produce something like it. But the second one, he says, if this book was written by anyone other than me, meaning him, Allah, then inside it you will find many contradictions and error. Because why? Humans make error, and it's the book written over 23 years, yeah. And for 1400 years, this challenge, they would pay you billions, bro, if you could meet this challenge. They would pay you billions, yet no one has been able to find a contradiction or an error in the Quran. Why? Because the source of that book, we believe, is Allah, is God. And He gives a falsification test. Like, for example, Einstein, yeah, he produces a theory, yeah, and he says, to prove my theory wrong, you must do this and this and this to prove it wrong. So he's showing honesty now, saying, if you guys can prove this wrong, yeah, then my theory is wrong. You understand the concept of falsification test, right? Basically, falsification test, all it means is, yeah, all falsification test means is that, for example, let's say again, you come up with a theory, yeah, you say 1 + 1 = 2, yeah? You're following this, yeah? 1 + 1 = 2, yeah? You say this, but you say, if you can find me any other evidence that goes against it, if you do if you put it in a calculator and find it to be wrong, then you prove my theory wrong. That's all it means. It basically means finding a reason for this to be wrong. Yeah. So Allah says, He gives a falsification test, meaning He says, if you want to prove this book wrong and it's not from me and it's made by man, yeah, then you will find many contradictions and error in that book. If you find even one error, you can literally I will denounce Islam right now. But for 1400 years, no man in the world, no men or women, just for the feminists that are on the stream as well, no man or woman have been able to prove this wrong. This book has no contradictions or error. You see what I'm trying to say? Even though they'll be given falsification, they'll pay billions to prove it wrong. Now, yeah. Okay, you could say, for example, now, there's three possibilities, right? Either the book was written by men, either it was written by God, or let's say that Muhammad was like, it was a delusion. Satan came or something like that. There's three options, right? Are you following?
No, I'm hearing.
So there's three options. God either authored it, sorry. Either Muhammad made it up. Yeah, man made it up. Men just wrote this book and claimed it to be from God. Yeah. Or Satan came in the form of an angel and said, Muhammad, this, that and the other. Yeah? Now there's actually an interesting saying from Sherlock Holmes, yeah? I don't know if you've heard it. It basically says, when you eliminate the impossible, whatever is left, no matter how improbable, has to be the truth. Basically meaning, if I were to eliminate the two other possibilities, unless you can give me another possibility, yeah, if you can prove, not prove is the wrong word. If I can eliminate those other possibilities and the one that's left still stands, that has to be the truth. So we have said it, man authored the Quran, God authored the Quran, or it was Satan. Yeah? Straight away I can say to you right now is that man couldn't have authored the Quran. Why? I just brought you the examples of Immorality and whatnot. It could not have been known by man at the time. Otherwise you would find contradiction and error. Now people say, oh, it could have been Satan. Why would it be Satan if in the whole Quran it talks about, it warns you of Satan? Why would Satan warn against himself? You get it? Why would he warn against himself? So many times in the Quran it says, stay away from the footsteps of Shaitan and whatnot. So why would Satan oppose himself? It doesn't make logical sense. And the only other person that's left in that trio of possibilities has to be God, because you've eliminated the other two options. That's what I'm saying. That's the logical explanation for it, bro. That's why I believe what I believe. Don't think I'm a Muslim just because I've been brought up a Muslim. You might generally be thinking that just because I've been brought up Muslim, yeah, that's why I'm a Muslim.
No, I'm not saying that, bro.
You see what I'm trying to say? Though? I've come up with logical evidence to support my view. You get it?
Nah, I get you. Listen, that's your belief, see. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got yours, bro. Other people got theirs. So I'm like, bro.
No, I agree.
Bro, at the end of the day, yeah, you got your reasons, I got my reasons. Like, we can just agree to disagree, like, bro. Like,
no, I agree. But I'm saying,
no, everything you said, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It can be right, but at the end of the day, fam, I'm not a person that chases knowledge. I'm not a person that chases none of that shit. I just want to be happy, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Bro? I just want to be happy, fam. That's all I want, bro. And what works for me is being in tune with myself, meditating, doing shit like that. That's what works for me. You feel what I'm saying? That's what helped me get out of a rut. Like, and that actually worked for myself. But I can't speak for other people. You feel what I'm saying? If that works for you, then that's what works for you. If that's what you resonate with, that's what you resonate with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I guess we can't. Go on.
No, but this is why, yeah. This is about, bro. Like, to me, this is why I said, like, bro, I didn't want to kind of debate, like, cause, bro, I don't. To be honest, like, bro, I understand, like, your point of view, but it's like, bro, like, I don't really care to debate. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
No, of course. It's more of a discussion. I would describe it as. You know what I'm trying to say? It's more of a discussion in the sense that like, you're just kind of portraying your belief on the stream and whatnot, which is always good. You know, getting your message out to people and that. Obviously, I'm gonna, as a brother, I obviously want, you know, the best. You know what I'm trying to say, for my brothers as well. You get it? So for me to, I'm not claiming to be like a sheikh or like someone of mad knowledge. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm just trying to portray a message where I believe it is the truth, because anything that's come against it, I've tested those beliefs. You get it?
Oh, but I get you. I used to, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, yeah. But like, I used to be like that as well, innit? Like, listen, that's why, bro. When I first made my channel, yeah, like my YouTube channel and shit, bro, that was my main objective. Like, I was really, cause I believe, yeah, my whole thing was, bro, I really believed in what the fuck I was talking about. Like, I really just, cause I was delving into history. I was delving like how you're doing, right? I was delving into history. I was reading so much shit. I was doing so much research, like, oh, da 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 da. But then it got to a point where it's like, bro, like, but at the end of the day, yeah, fam.
Go on.
It's just, bro, is any of this really helping me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, is doing research and all of this shit, is it really helping me, or am I just chasing knowledge for no reason? Like, am I really benefiting off this stuff? And when I realized, bro, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the history doesn't matter, bro. The only thing that matters right now is how you are right now. That's how I live. That's how I live.
No, but that's exactly how I live as well. I could argue the same thing, but I'm not gonna argue it. But what I'm trying to say is, I live the same way as well, because Islam it offers me the best possible lifestyle. Why do I believe that? It's not because of me reading Quran and I'm not saying that. I'm saying what it actually prohibits me from. If you look at today's society, yeah, what are the 5 poisons of society? You look at the society, it's alcohol. If you go to an A&E on a Friday night, yeah, for example, everyone there in an A&E on a Friday night is someone probably drunk. And the NHS is under huge stress. It's one of the worst things in this country. Getting drunk, alcohol drinking. It's a problem in society. Yeah. You see accidents and whatnot happening.
I get you, but it's more, bro, to me, bro, it's more like, fam, but you're being told not to do that, innit? Like, bro,
no, but there's a reason. There's wisdom behind it. There's wisdom behind it.
There's a reason behind it, yeah, cool. But it's like, bro, the reason I've seen and doing shit from like that and stuff, right, is purely for my own reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's not because nobody told me, yeah, man, like you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. It's purely because I chose it. You know what I'm saying? For my own.
Like from what I'm understanding, do you feel like you have like a? Do you feel like you know what's right for you, and it's not, you don't like being told in a sense what's right for you when you're yourself? Is that what you're trying to say? Kind of. Like you don't like being told what's right for you. Would you say that?
Yeah, you could say that, but I'm not ignorant to. Yeah, you can say that, but I'm not ignorant into hearing other people's opinion as well. But it's more of like, I don't know, like, yeah, I feel like, bro, only you really know the best for you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, only, bro, at the end of the day, fam, you walk this whole life just as you, fam. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, nobody ever helped you. Well, I mean, you could say like your religion helped you and stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, you've lived every single moment as you. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you in the present moment. So, all I ever known was me. I didn't ever have a belief system where I looked up to a higher power as in such like a god or something. So all I really ever known was me. So I'ma trust me. You feel what I'm saying? I'ma trust my intuition. I'ma trust what the fuck I know. That's the way I feel.
I agree. But like I was saying though, like Islam prohibits me from the 5 poisons of society. But why does it do that? It's because obviously I believe that I have a creator and he knows what's best for me, right? You get it? So he's outlined he's given me restrictions because he knows what's best for me. And if you look at today's society, like I was saying, the 5 poisons, alcohol was one of them. What's another one? You go to any homeless man on the street, yeah, he will say interest and credit card dealings, all of that sort of stuff. That's another downfall of people nowadays in society. What's another one? Sexual immorality. You look at what's going on around the world, like all this sex trafficking and people going to other countries just to get, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Now, my religion, I believe it's from the Creator, and he's given me these he's prohibited me from getting into these, rather than, you know how people like this government, yeah, people sometimes use that as their moral anchor, you know what I'm trying to say? They think like, they'll say, like gambling, that's another poison in society. They'll be like, when the fun stops, stop. You heard that, innit? When the fun stops, stop. With the gambling and that. My religion teaches me don't even indulge in that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what's our limit. We just keep going on and on. Like, you see people who are homeless on the street and that. I guarantee you ask them why are you on the street and they'll name you one of those 5 poisons. They'll name you one of them. They'll either say gambling, they'll either say interest. Look at Africa right now, yeah? The reason why they are, of course there's beautiful places in Africa and whatnot, but Africa, it could have had such a more higher potential if it wasn't in the interest it's in today. It's in interest right now, hence why it's always being, you know, it's in the state it is in today. You know what I'm trying to say? Because of interest. And that's a poison of society. And Islam, it gives me the best way of life. It gives me the best way of life. Why? Because it prohibits me from getting even involved in them. Not even moderately, not even a little bit. You know how some people say, oh, I can drink alcohol, but I know when to stop. Trust me, after the first bottle, yeah, a lot of people are gone, especially on a Friday night. You know what I'm trying to say? We don't know what's good for us.
No, I get you.
That's why like, for me, I take guidance from my creator. You get it? That's the only reason why.
Bro, listen, man. Look, I hear what you're saying, bro, but...
Yeah, of course, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying my belief in it. It's more like
I get you. But I'm saying my point of view is like, bro, bro, who knows what the fuck happens when we die? Like you're saying all of this stuff, yeah, that's true. But bro, me personally, I believe, bro, we truly don't know until we actually reach that point. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's just me. Like,
But then it's too late, bro, to act on it. It's too late.
Nah, but bro, that's just the real. Like, bro, you're saying all of this stuff because that's what you believe. Like you said, it's a belief.
Yeah, it's a belief.
You don't
Exactly.
know. You don't. Truth is, we truly don't know.
There's no
That's just
100% proof. Yeah, I'll never made that claim.
Yeah, you
I
feel
never
what
made
I'm
that
saying?
claim.
So you
Yeah.
go with what you believe. You feel what I'm saying? So me, I believe, bro, we're just here to experience this life. We're here to just have fun. We're here to do whatever the fuck we want to do, bro. But if you want it, that's why I say, bro, if you want to go ahead and chase money, you can go ahead and chase money, bro. If you want to go ahead and do anything, you can go, bro. If you want to gain knowledge, you can go ahead and gain knowledge. If you want to, like, bro, if you can do anything you want in this world, fam. But the only thing is, bro, that's the meaning of life. Like, point blank period. Like, you make the meaning of your life, fam. So your meaning of life is probably your religion. You feel what I'm saying? Some people that just want money and bands and just want to help their family and shit, their meaning of life is money. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's all it really is. That's the way I see it. Me personally, like that's the way I see it. So people that and the reason why some people end up like suicidal and killing themselves is because, bro, they reach the point where they have no meaning of life at all, fam. They don't know why.
Agreed.
They have no reason to be here, so that's why they end up doing shit like killing themselves and shit. But that's just me in it. Like that's what I believe. Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, hey.
Yeah, man. Like I kind of just stopped chasing knowledge and just really started living in the moment. That's me. That's just me. I just go with the flow now. Like I don't be drinking all the time. I don't be smoking. I don't be doing none of that shit. But I ain't against it. You feel what I'm saying? If I wanna go light it up, I'm gonna go light it up whenever the fuck I want. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, real shit. Like, bro, no one's telling me not, bro. No one's telling me not. If one day I wake up and say, bro, I wanna smoke, I'ma do what the fuck I wanna do. You feel what I'm saying?
So you're saying that your moral anchor is yourself?
It's myself. I don't, bro. Nobody telling me what to do. I don't, bro. No.
So do you believe society should be on everyone's own moral anchor? Because then we have a problem then, because it's all subjective.
To a degree. That's what I'm saying. It's to a degree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all subjective, but then we need to outline certain like limits. You feel what I'm saying? Like when it comes to sex trafficking, pedophilia, bro, that shit is out of limits. You feel what I'm saying? But if it's coming to stuff like, bro, on some like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain, but.
No, but for example, then,
things.
but let's take an example. Like I said, the example before, yeah. We'll come towards the end of this little stream quickly, yeah. But like I was saying before, let's say you said like how we're gonna outline what's right and wrong, yeah. Like you're saying, like what governs right and wrong, we'll kind of outline it eventually, yeah. When it comes to that, imagine you take a bloody census of 30 people, a census of people who have a distorted belief, like I was saying with the paedophile thing, bro. If you take a census, yeah, and 30 out of 50 people are pedophiles, then you got a problem there, bro. It's subjective. That becomes subjective.
It is.
You get it?
But everyone, bro. That's the thing about life, bro. Life, yeah, bro. It's all about perspective. Like, even like right or wrong, yeah, like, bro. But I understand what you're saying, bro. But there needs to be a moral compass, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So your moral compass is yourself. But then when you're talking about society and whatnot, what guidance should society follow?
Yeah, but I'm not doing no crazy shit like that. There's a difference.
Yeah, I know, but that's still belief, innit?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. There's limits, fam. Like, cool. I feel like, bro, if you want to go gamble and be stupid and do stuff like that, bro, that's up to you, fam. Like, fam, that's you. Bro, no one told you to do that. You lost your money. Like, you're the one that done that. If you, but when it comes to, comes to, bro, like. Raping, bro, when it comes to stuff like that, bro, nah, G, we're not with that. I'm not support, bro, we're not with that, G. Lock your ass up, you can go fucking die if I don't give a fuck. Look, when it comes to stuff like that, nah, G, we're not with that. We're not with that, for real.
No, I agree with you. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that if we take that moral compass,
people who deserve to be locked up. That's it. But when it comes to
but that's you deciding. I'm saying, imagine like the president, yeah. Let's say the president is a pedophile. He will set the flipping standard that touching children's okay.
Most of them already are. But that's a whole nother story.
That's another story. That's another.
That's something else.
That's it. They already are. But yeah, like I was saying, just to round it off now, is that I obviously if the source of what I believe cannot be proven to be wrong, or cannot be logically proven wrong, yeah, obviously I'm gonna take guidance from that, right? So if that same source tells me there's a hellfire and a paradise waiting for you, why would I doubt that? That's the same reason why Morris Bukai became a Muslim, because he, like I said, he took out all the science from the Quran, he tested it, yeah, and he said, nothing was wrong with it, even though it was 1400 years ago. So if that same book tells me there's a hellfire and a paradise, why should I go against that, is what I'm trying to say. You see where I'm trying to come from?
I get your reasoning, bro. Your reasoning makes sense. It makes sense. I ain't gonna denounce, bro. This is your perspective, G. This is your life, but I ain't gonna denounce that shit, bro. This is your truth. You feel what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, no, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna round it off now, guys. Obviously, we've hit 1 hour and 13 minutes. It was nice speaking to you after a long time as well, bro. Been a while. But hopefully we can do more of this sort of stuff with different topics, because obviously like people have been commenting as well, like Julia says, why is it a case where giving someone a position of authority validates their viewpoint instantly, in the human world at least. So there's other topics we can also discuss, hopefully in later streams or whatnot. But yeah, for today that should be it. Thanks for everyone that came on the stream, I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys took something beneficial from it. And if you guys ever want to jump on the stream, let me know as well. I can organise something, you know what I mean? But yeah, thanks again. Thanks to everyone that jumped on the stream.
Big up.
And a bit, you man, take care. Let me send this straight.